Social media is kind of, it's a really difficult one to hire for. And I think it's because we're currently only in kind of the first generation, quote unquote, of people doing this. My job title didn't exist 3 years ago. You know, no one else did my job. I'm the first head of social media at AIS. I was the first head of social media, UK head of social media at Havas. It's not, there isn't kind of a precedent here, really. So quite often when people we're looking for people, you kind of get two different types of candidate. Either they're a 22-year-old kid who know absolutely everything about social media, have known far more than me, have their own blog with like hundreds of thousands of views, really influential on Twitter, but at the same time don't have that rigor and discipline in terms of client service or strategy or planning, which is so key. And then the other side, you get people who are maybe had worked as account managers or account directors for a while and kind of think, oh, social media, that sounds quite interesting, then move over to that side, but because they kind of don't live and breathe it, they're kind of approaching a kind of a new paradigm from the perspective of an old one. So it's quite difficult to find good people, and the people that I genuinely do find, who I do genuinely work with, are people that are inherently creative. I think that's absolutely key. Social media for me is the most creative of all of the media that we cover, because it's pretty Darwinistic out there. It's like, it's got to be good, because if it isn't, well, A, no one will look at it, or B, they'll tell you in their hundreds of thousands why they don't like it. It's got to be a left brain, right brain person. It's got to be someone who's really, really creative, but also understands analytics and data, because that's like on the other side of what we do, because we have these reams and reams of feedback loops from people reacting to what we're doing. We have to understand and measure that engagement to make it work. In order to get started in the biz, I reckon blogging's a really nice way to start. Not that the world needs any more blogs, but it's a good way to kind of show off and practice your writing technique. It's a good discipline to kind of maybe look at kind of current events or trends in social media and kind of add your own opinion on them over time. It also makes it really, really easy for me to hire someone if I look at their blog and see like 2 years of great commentary that I kind of agree with, or even if I don't agree with, but it's just interesting people that have opinion. I think that's kind of key. But the worst thing you can do is just set up a blog, put one blog post up and say, I'm really, really shit hot with social media, which I get all the time, to be honest. I still love Twitter. I think Twitter, in terms of that notion of Darwinism with social media, that really is the most Darwinistic of all social media sites. It's survival of the funniest, the most shocking, whatever. It's got to be good content, because people just won't follow you then. And then Facebook, I hated for ages. Maybe it's just over familiarity, but I think their new timeline stuff is actually really quite interesting now. I mean, there's loads of different sites out there.
What about one to watch?
One to watch. I think, everyone's going about Pinterest at the moment, and I for some kind of brands, like fashion brands, I can understand it. I don't think that's for everyone though. I think Tumblr, is one to watch. It's huge, a huge one to watch.